I'm Eric D'Amato.
And I am Matt.
And welcome to a brand new Narwhal Entertainment.
Ooh.
No, a brand new Mindbreakers.
There you go.
Still on Narwhal Entertainment, so technically, but...
You are right.
Yeah. Today, we have something that Matt has never seen before.
Nope.
An Italian horror movie.
Oh, darn. I think this might end up becoming my new favorite genre.
They're good.
No, they are good. They are good.
Unless they're the ogre.
We don't talk about that.
Or the Beyond, or not the Beyond, the one you had to watch, House by the Cemetery.
Oh, fuck that. Well, yeah. Ugh, yeah.
Though this is actually related to the ogre, in that it is yet another Demons 3.
I don't even know what those words mean anymore.
This one it wasn't directed. It was directed by Michael Soavi, but it was written by Dario Argento. A
name we're very familiar with, I think, at this point.
Yeah, we've seen by him already Suspiria, which is good. Demons, which he wasn't exactly involved with, but was good.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead, which he was the creative consultant on.
That's right.
The original Dawn of the Dead, the good one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, he did Phantom of the Opera, which wasn't good. And Dracula 3D, which also wasn't good.
Well, you can't. Not everyone can be winners, right?
No, especially. Well, I mean, since the turn of the century, he hasn't been making good movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is one of the first films I have found that actually has his daughter in it.
Oh, interesting.
It's from 1989, just like last week's film.
Good year. Good year
for movies, definitely. And an old Gothic cathedral built over a mass grave develops strange powers which trap a number of people inside with ghosts from a 12th century massacre seeking to resurrect an ancient demon from the bowels of the earth.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it's terrible. So, any predictions?
I think there's going to be demons. Hopefully.
Well, it is Demons 3, technically.
There's always an off chance that there wouldn't be.
The last one didn't have the last one didn't have demons.
So, yeah. And I think there's going to be at least one scene where a woman is somewhat assaulted. If I had to guess.
You don't say. So, let's watch this shit.
Let's go.
Shh. Last night the angel of evil possessed me, and I became his servant. I want to do evil. To kill.
I stand by what I have said many times about this movie, Matt.
What's that?
Regardless of whether you like its story or its characters, this movie aesthetically is fucking gorgeous.
Oh, I 100% agree. This is a really good looking movie.
So we start out in medieval times.
Got him. But you didn't see that coming.
With the Templar riding around at the speed of sound.
This fucking intro caught me so off guard.
Actually, I think a good way to explain this intro.
I'd be lying if that didn't also pop in my head. Oh my god.
Arthur and the Knights of Justice hunting evil down. Around through the sky with the Knights of the Table Round.
That was basically the first 9 minutes of this movie.
So they go to a village because the Black Death has started in this village. The lead knight, who I kind of assumed the lead knight would be the one with the horns on his helmet, but no.
Right?
The lead knight is somebody else. He gets off his horse. There's this young girl who is a witch, and she's like, "You don't want to hurt me, do you?" And he's like, he takes off his helmet. He has this big Jedi braid for some reason.
Yeah, his head was massive.
He strokes her hair and then crushes her head.
Like it was just like a reactionary thing to do. I love it.
And then they kill all of the knights. And we hear, "Kill them! Kill all of them! Not a single one can be allowed to live!"
And then they proceed to do just that.
And then they put them all in a mask, in a hole, and then they bury it. They put a cross on it.
Yeah. That's basically what happens. And then, if I'm not mistaken, a knight goes and chases...
Oh, then there's a basket lady.
Yeah, the weird basket lady person.
Basket girl who is Asia Argento.
Oh, that's... Okay. That makes sense.
She just is killed also.
Yeah, like, he just, you think there's, like, that moment where he's like, oh, maybe the knight will let this person live. No. Just stabbed.
Then we jump ahead to modern day, which is 1989, presumably.
I'd hope so, yes.
Though it's possible it was released in 1989 but made earlier, so the late 80s.
Sure, let's just say that, like, that area.
In Germany.
Yeah.
It's in Germany, too.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's where it was. Got it.
One, because the Teutonic Knights.
Right.
A and B, their names like Otto and Heinrich.
Yeah, fair enough.
German name.
German name number 3.
Yeah. Actually, looking just through the cast list, names we get are Bridal Model, Freddie, Herman, Mira, Joanna, Bruno, Heinrich, yeah.
Yeah.
So, a new guy arrives at the church. He's there to be the librarian.
What a job.
Everyone's a dick to him.
Yeah.
Especially the old creepy Darth Sidious bishop.
Okay, that's at first that's who I thought it was. Like at a quick glance, I had to like take like a triple take just to make sure.
You gotta love how there are those 2 stone statues of hooded people crouched, and he just hangs out with them.
I mean,
he's a creepy
you do you, man.
He's a creepy man.
He's genuinely like unsettling throughout the whole. Well, not the whole movie, but like
the whole movie.
No, the whole movie.
It's like, you're late. This is bad. Don't be late.
How dare you?
There's a cute girl who's working on restoring the paintings. The church is clearly in the middle of renovation.
Yeah.
There's a little girl who, well, not little, she's mid-teens or late teens, called Lotte, who is she's the daughter of the sacristan Herman.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, her character was very, like...
She is quite evidently... She's also Asia Argento.
Yeah, yeah.
And she is the reincarnation of the Basket Woman, which comes into play later.
Oh, okay. Okay, no, that makes more sense. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I didn't think reincarnation. I thought something else.
Well, it could be possession across reincarnation lines.
Maybe. Yeah, this
movie
gets fucking weird.
Oh yeah, this is I'm not going to say in terms of quality because it is not the best Italian horror movie, but I will say in terms of premise, this is the Italian Shining.
I can agree to that, actually, yeah. I can get down with that. That rings that rings something in me, yeah.
Quality-wise, the Italian The Shining would be Suspiria.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
We especially got a shitty remake as well.
Did it?
Yeah, shot-for-shot remake in like 2018 or 2017.
Weird. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I will never watch that movie unless I'm forced to.
Understandable.
So the first bit we meet characters. Our main character Evan. He's getting friendly with Lisa, the woman restoring the paintings.
Yeah.
Lotte doesn't like her parents very much, and she sneaks out through a secret passage. The bishop's a dick.
The bishop is a dick.
There's
a lot of dicks in this movie.
There's a new priest who's not very good with Latin called Gus.
Yeah.
He's cool. I like him.
I like Gus too. Gus
as soon as I saw him the first time I watched the movie, I kind of assumed he'd be the hero.
Yeah.
Just because he has that look.
Yeah, I get you.
If you've ever seen Night of the Living Dead, the original Night of the Living Dead,
yeah,
he looks like the black guy from that, the main character from that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get you.
Like, he looks like either he'll be the hero or he'll be the one who's like, guys, stop moping around. We gotta action this.
Yeah. No. You definitely get that vibe from him, like when you first meet him.
It's just a thing in Italian horror movies I've noticed, that the person who encourages everyone else to stop whining and being babies and to get actually doing shit tends to be a black guy.
Yeah, eh? Huh.
So it was the same thing in both... in Demons 1 and 2 it was technically the same person.
Sure.
Not the same character, he died in both movies, but the same actor.
It's fucking franchise, man.
This franchise which isn't.
Every time I think about it, it just hurts.
So, somehow Evan and Lisa end up on a date.
Yeah.
I don't know, they just kind of verbally stumbled into a date.
It just kind of happens.
I'd personally be down for just a romantic comedy between these two.
Are we still keeping the demon warships and stuff in that?
No.
Darn.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it, yes. So, she takes him home, first date. It's like, do whatever you like, I'm gonna shower. It's like, dude, you just met this guy. Really?
Isn't she just like, occupy yourself while I shower? It's like, okay.
Then she comes out in her bathrobe and they start making out. Oh, he finds this parchment in a book and steals it.
Oh yeah, fuck.
And then he gets distracted by sex to see that you have to read it upside down. And then he goes back. There's like, there is secrets buried under the church, and I'm going to find them so I can become a Superman.
I wish that was word for word in the movie.
I love how he's like, dude, you think you're Indiana Jones or something?
Oh my god. I don't like it. Just the more I think about this movie and the sequence of events that happen, the funnier it is.
Yep. It's a very silly film.
It's a very, very silly movie that I really don't know what's going on half the time.
It's just a movie.
It sure is something that was put on a film reel and then shipped.
The painting, of course, that's being restored is that big painting of hell with the big demon with the mouth crotch.
Right.
Yeah.
Classic.
So Lotte sneaks out. She gets hit by her dad, and then she sneaks out again.
Yeah.
Evan sneaks in. the parchment tells him to look for a stone with 7 eyes. So he finds in the fucking catacombs a big cross on the ground with a Cthulhu goat head with 7 eyes and tentacles. And like a stupid person, he breaks the seal. Look, viewers, if you ever find something like that anywhere, don't touch it.
Leave it and just leave. Like, just go. You're good.
Never touch it.
Never touch it. Don't be this man. Don't ever be this man. Oh my god. This movie hurts.
It is
like
good,
in a good way. In a good way.
So he reaches. So he picks the seal up, and this would obviously tell him something's not going well. The fucking cross falls into the abyss.
Signs that you should have run away. 1.
Yes.
The weird Cthulhu thing. 2. Literally abyss.
Then he reaches into the abyss and pulls out a bag. I was like, what's in the bag? And then demon arms come out of the bag.
Insanity ensues.
But then we cut away, and he's not. That isn't happening. It's all in his head, maybe. Or is it?
We don't know. I certainly don't know.
The cross is still in place.
Yeah.
And there's no bag. He's just writhing on the floor.
Yeah, he's just kind of doing his own thing.
Still, whatever happened, you shouldn't have done that.
Imaginary or not.
Because it's never clear in this movie whether the demons are real or just figments of their insanity.
Yeah.
Which I think is a nice touch. It's kind of like the original The Haunting.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting decision for that.
So he leaves. He kills Herman. He doesn't really kill Herman, but he bonks him in the face.
He sure does.
He is now possessed Evan, who is surprisingly he's very good at being creepy.
Oh yeah. I mean, the acting is pretty good in this movie for what it is.
Yeah.
And by for what it is, I mean the whole dubbing situation.
Yes. Like, it works for him when he's supposed to be demon-possessed, because everyone always sounds kind of demon-possessed when they're dubbed.
Yeah, I agree.
So he goes to a phone booth, calls Lisa, and Lisa answers, but he just starts groaning, and he rips his own heart out, and he holds it to the red sky.
Yes, we're still in the same movie, folks. Don't worry.
Yes. Gus is practicing archery, because he does that. And then the target turns into a Templar Knight with a bow.
Okay, was it just me, or was that Templar Knight, really small?
No, he's just very far away.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, it was distance.
Because, it looked like he was just a very small man in, a Templar getup, and I thought the scene was hilarious.
It was medieval times. They had dwarves. You've read Lord of the Rings.
It was just so funny. The whole cutaway stuff reminded me of fucking Monty Python. For a split second, it was great.
Okay, if this movie had opened with the Templars just pretending to have horses and people behind them with coconuts, best movie, 10 out of 10.
Oh my god.
That would have been the best film.
We still keep all the killing and stuff, but they're just riding invisible horses.
Yes. They're wizards, you see. They're wizards, you see. So, people are hearing an invisible horse. Oh, yeah, about invisible horses. There's an invisible horse in the movie.
Doesn't she hear it, or don't they hear it by, ringing a fucking bell or something?
No, they're minding their own business, various people walking around the church.
Oh, okay.
And there's just hoof clops around them.
It's so fucking weird.
You make a joke about invisible horses, and oh yeah, they're in the movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, at some point, like, oh yeah, like, we're hearing horse noises. I just forgot how often you hear it in the movie.
This is the first sign of something not going right in the church.
Right, that's the first sign.
Then, yeah, it's the first sign of something supernatural going on.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Good lord.
They go on. Lisa's eating peanut butter sandwiches in her bed. Like, as you do.
As you do. I got nothing against it.
Yeah, but usually, you'd make the peanut butter sandwich, then take it to your bedroom.
Okay,
You're not gonna, take the whole tray of shit into your bedroom.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you on that.
I don't know, it just seems weird to me.
Just don't want to make the hassle. What if you want seconds, Oh my god. And yeah, then she, starts hearing this noise outside.
And then there's Baphomet!
Oh, there sure fucking is.
This demon looks awesome!
Oh yeah, it was, super surprising to see it. I love it. I love every single moment of it.
And then he enters the house.
Sure does.
And she flees, and then she calls the cops, but then it's the 80s, so she doesn't have a cordless phone. So she just screams into a phone that's 10 feet away from her. And then shoots through the window of her house, and then the cops are there.
And she, bites the cop's hands or something because she thinks it's whoever's trying to kill her.
It's it's a monster. It's we believe you.
I think
don't.
I think my favorite part about all that is when she's biting the cop's hand and then she stops. He just looks at her and goes, "What are you doing?"
Well, he's wearing gloves.
I mean, yeah, but still, I expected more of a reaction from that.
That's these are horror movie cops.
Fair enough.
Meaning they've been in other horror movies, and they're not surprised by the fact that she thinks it's a monster, and they might even believe there is a monster. So, biting a horror movie cop is a bad idea, because they're going to think you're a zombie.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, be careful, kids. If you're ever in a horror movie, don't bite the cop.
No, unless, of course, it's Maniac Cop. Okay, and then he'll probably just kill you anyway.
He'll just do it on the spot at that point.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to get a little bit political. Maniac Cop isn't a fun movie anymore because the cops in the States are actually like that now.
Yeah. 2020 has been fucking wild.
It has. I hope it gets better.
Same.
It will soon end January. Soon will be December.
Oh, don't remind me.
That winter is coming.
Winter is in fact coming. God.
But hey, at least we're still bringing you. We're bringing you the content you love, even though we're all locked inside.
Yay.
So at the church, Lotte's father Herman is washing her mouth out, is abusing her, and is gonna wash her mouth out with soap. But then she sees him in the mirror, and he's a bird. Okay, to elaborate, he's a Hieronymus Bosch, Garden of Earthly Delights Birdman.
I mean, look, you can call him whatever you want. It still doesn't explain how it just happens. What
do you mean doesn't? It explains perfectly. He's possessed because he got killed by the other demon.
Oh no, I get that. I just mean
he's a demon.
How fucking quick it happens. You need time to process it.
The effects in this movie are really, really, really good, but they're not on screen nearly long enough.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things about this movie.
Which is probably why they seem so good, because you see them for and then they're gone.
I think that too. Yeah,
that really helps, because clearly the one that you see, the one that has the most effort put into it, is the Baphomet.
Yeah,
and he's on screen the most.
Yeah.
There's a wedding pictures being taken outside the church now. There's school children in the church.
As you do as typical school kids.
Herman goes to. They want to take pictures in the church, and they ask Gus, and Gus is like, "Sure, but easy on the flash."
That takes me back. Then he goes to the confession stand, though.
Yeah, because Herman wants confession.
Sure does.
And Gus is really not good at confession.
I mean, I don't think Gus is really good at a lot of things in this movie.
You know why? I'm going to point out. Like, Herman says this thing, and Gus is like, I know you. Herman's like, no, don't! It's...
Yeah.
You might know who they are, but you don't address the person by name. This is supposed to be anonymous. That's the fucking point.
Yeah.
And then
I didn't fucking think
Gus
about
is like,
that
I'm not Herman. Herman's like, I lost my faith. I'm not Herman anymore. I was possessed by an angel of darkness, and I want to kill and destroy. And then somehow he makes the confessional booth explode. And then he goes to the basement and commits harikari with a jackhammer.
Oh, he sure does, and it's such a good fucking scene.
Lisa has a vision about drowning in holy water. And something about Gothic cathedrals being a cosmic design.
Sure.
Don't know what was in that fucking peanut butter, but... I want some.
This fucking movie just, like, takes a complete 180 on itself. What the fuck?
But the thing is, everything about it is shot so fucking well that you're just like, I don't know what's going on, but I want to keep watching.
Yeah, like, it's one of those movies that you're just, like, you're just so mesmerized by what's going on that, like, you're just part of it at that point. Like, you don't even care.
And of course, just, here's B-roll of a fucking church.
Yeah.
A beautiful old church.
The church is really good looking, though. Like, it's such a beautiful location.
Especially the shots from across the street with it reflected in the skyscraper.
Yeah.
But even in the worst Italian horror movie, the cinematography will always be beautiful.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Take the ogre.
Yeah.
So, Herman commits harikari with a jackhammer. That needs to be put across. He commits harikari with the jackhammer. There's some other people in the church. There's the comedy old people.
Oh, right, yeah, them.
There's some bikers.
Mentioned the school kids before.
Yeah, the school kids and the teacher.
The wedding people.
Yeah. And then the jackhammer hits the wrong part of the floor. It vibrates, breaks a bottle of water, which sends I love this shit. A really cool, like, Rube Goldberg mousetrap device. I love watching these. Which just closes and locks the doors. And it catches the bride's dress.
Oh, right, yeah, it traps her in, like, the doorway.
Lotte's not here. Lotte's escaped.
Yeah, because she knows the way out.
And then people just are trapped in the church.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
and like, oh, there's only one way out, and no one's like, hey, but windows.
Yeah, I didn't get that part either.
Yeah, it seemed a little bit forced as a situation to keep them all locked in here.
Yeah, like, the whole lock-in situation is kind of weird.
Like, ideally, even though I hate seeing this happen in movies, even if I know it's fake, I hate seeing it. They could have broken one of the stained glass windows and found out that it's barred or something.
Sure, like anything to say.
Dude, you filled the plot hole. But
yeah, anything to say like, oh, this is why you can't escape from the windows or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Whatever,
so
it's so subtle.
They're locked in. They're kind of losing it. They cut the bride woman's dress.
Yeah, I just want to know how long it takes them to ask someone if they have a knife.
A long time.
A very long time.
The teacher, Professor Velma Dinkley, loses her glasses and can't see. Like in every Scooby-Doo episode ever.
It was very Velma, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then she puts her glasses back on and stands upright as Herman, who's somehow not dead, because he's a demon now, is charging at her with a bit of a spiky fence.
He sure is.
And she dies in a very fascinating way.
Oh, yes, the spiked fence through the throat. Bless.
Very Italian horror.
Very Italian horror, yeah.
The bike, the guy who was at the wedding thing, he thinks he's. I don't know why he's all helped me. He's confusing. I don't know. It's.
So
he's
fucking
in pain.
Movie's confusing.
About something. He goes to wash his face in a baptismal font, and a big demon fish eats his face. But it doesn't really, because he's just writhing on the ground, as Gus sees.
Same movie, by the way, guys. Don't worry.
Same movie. The biker guy sees his girlfriend, the biker girl, has gone off, and then we see the painting of Lucifer, but as a person.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know the painting with the big demon with his wings folded around the woman who's naked, who we see from behind, and there's a snake?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that, but they make it with people. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
And then it just kind of slides out.
We're not even done yet. There's so much that happens.
Lot's at a club.
Yep. Just because.
Very small club.
Very, very small club.
Like the ceiling is so low.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah,
they're having a good time.
The biker guy and the biker girl put on their helmets and escape through the sewer.
Well, they try.
They go down, then the girl falls down a hole and gets hit by a fucking subway. That was cool. I wasn't expecting that. I've seen this movie many times and I wasn't expecting that.
Oh my god. Like, all the deaths in this movie are so fucking out there. And I love it.
Lot comes back to the church. The old couple go to the bell tower, and then presumably the old lady tears off the old man's head and uses that to ring the bell.
Hell yeah.
Bell, yeah, you mean. There's a very weird scene between two random school children.
Oh, are you talking about the one where, like, the kid's, like, crying or whatever?
It's like crying and, watch over me while I sleep and look at my face, because the teacher says that if you have a best friend, you have the same face. And then, I don't know what the fuck. Even I don't know what the fuck is this scene.
I think I may have zoned out at that point. 'Cause, like, I remember that, I just don't remember all the words.
Like, what the fuck? And then I think the kid is the other kid now? I don't know.
I don't know either.
It doesn't go anywhere. This weird shit. It's just more weird shit.
More weird shit just keeps happening in this movie.
Gus and the bishop talk, and the bishop's like, there is a place in the cathedral where if you touch it, the whole thing will collapse and everyone will die, and it'll lock in the demons forever.
Then Gus, kind of
cool.
Understandably is like, cool, but why?
And then the bishop explains, and Gus is like, alright, where is it? It's like, I can't tell you. I want all the demons to escape so they can punish this sinful city.
Yep.
He really goes all Bishop of Gresham from Castlevania Season 1. It's the vibe I got from this guy.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. And Gus, like, tries to get the papers from him, the manuscripts.
And then he throws Gus, then Gus falls off the church onto a steeple and is impaled beautifully.
Yeah, that scene was pretty cool. And then when the bishop dies or whatever, Gus is just kind of like, well, shit.
Then he reads the thing, he finds out it's in the architect's mouth. Then he finds it. He tells he and Lot go to the basement so he can make sure Lot leaves. They see a demon. Baphomet fucking Lisa.
We really wish there was context for this, but nah.
Well, you see the lead up to it. I think this is part of the demon. It's part of a ritual, which makes the corpse Satan happen.
I mean, yeah, I get that. I just mean, like, in terms of due to everything else going on, yeah, we still don't know what the fuck's going on in this movie.
So Lot gets out. Gus finds the mechanism. It's under the statues of the guys.
Oh, the hooded people or whatever. Right?
Yeah, he opens it. He finds a corpse under the ground with wheels under him.
Yep.
And then the corpse Satan, which is an amazing effect, comes out of the ground.
Such a clean effect. It's
And
really well done.
Gus activates the mechanism to destroy the church, and the column bounces off the corpse demon, making him look a little less cool. But still cool model.
Absolutely.
Then the whole church collapses. And
then we reach the end of the movie. Where a bunch of school kids are walking by it.
Being told about it, and how Gothic cathedrals have a button that can make them collapse, and that's what probably happened to this accidentally. Though he says it was magic, because he's a bad teacher.
I also really like how the teacher was like, oh yeah, by the way, this place, crushed people. Like, people just died.
So many people.
Like, just so many people
died here.
Like, you don't understand. They all died, and the kids are like, cool.
Oh, Latte earlier has a moment where she remembers the shit the basket girl saw.
Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot about that part.
And then she sneaks into the ruins. She puts flowers at a memorial to her parents. And then she lifts up the Baphomet seal and I guess starts everything over again, and the city gets polluted.
Remember, kids, if you see a really weird Cthulhu Bahamut-looking seal, don't touch it.
I feel that, and then we get the credits, I feel this bit, like the ruins of the church, actually fits into the first two Demons movies.
Yeah,
because in the second one, where they find the demon in the movie, because there's a movie within a movie in Demons 2.
Right.
And in that movie, they find, they sneak into the quarantine part of the city, because people are idiots, as we've seen with the current quarantine. They find the skeleton of a demon in a ruined church that looks a lot like this one.
Oh, okay.
So I think this one, though it doesn't have the same kind of demons, might fit more than the last demons into the demon series.
That's pretty interesting, actually.
This movie was fucking weird.
This movie was fucking weird. But not bad. Just really fucking weird.
What do you give it?
Oh my god. I gave it a 3 out of 5 impalements that happened in this movie. At least I think it was 3.
No, there are only 2 impaled. Oh no, there's the Harikari.
I'm gonna count the Harikari, yeah.
But that didn't take.
Because
he got back up and stabbed one with the fence. Oh, there's also a time when the bride model looks at herself in the mirror and her face is old and she tears it off with her fingernails.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of weird shit.
It's a lot of weird shit.
It's a great movie. Definitely check it out. We've explained it. We've talked about what happens, but you won't understand this movie. If you do understand this movie, cool.
Oh, fuck no.
But it was great. I loved it.
Yeah, we could spend 2 hours describing every single scene that happens in this movie, and you still won't know what the hell this movie's about, or know what's actually in it. You have to watch it.
Well, I mean, we can't explain it in a way that people will know what it's about, because we don't know what it's about.
Exactly.
It's about demons. That's not what I can figure out.
Yeah, there's definitely demons in the movie. But it was good. It was very good. Highly recommend. It's
a fantastic film. I'm going to give it 4 rings with a severed head on the bell. Next week, we actually got more nights to deal with.
Oh, boy.
We got, let me just double check something. We got Knights on Motorcycles next week.
I hope that's exactly what I think it sounds like.
It is.
Good.
Anyway, see you next time, guys.
Have a good one.